I have something like 15 million Instagram followers and 9 million Twitter followers. It's a lot of people. And if I absorb all their opinions, it's unmanageable.
Yeah.
But I'm so accustomed to people talking shit about me. I'm so accustomed to hate that I can read someone being really mean about me and I just go, ha! Like, it doesn't get me anymore. But it used to get me. Like, maybe if you go back to like the beginning of social media, if someone would say something mean to me, I'd be like, what is this? Right. This is awful.
Because you thought it was a real person as opposed to like some thing on a screen.
Well, you thought it was a real person, but it's also, you cannot respond. There's no one there. So you feel helpless. It's like you're swinging at ghosts. It's like no one would say to your face, unless they were a really dangerous person, a lot of the things that people say on Twitter. Someone to say that to your face, they're trying to instigate a literal physical violent encounter. Most people would never do that, but they can say something and just throw it out there and it reaches you and it's like causes emotional pain to people and they know it does, but they feel disconnected from it. And so it takes a long time for someone to understand what that is and how this is a negative thing that you really probably shouldn't have in your life. So don't go looking for it. Don't go reading that stuff because it's just not good for you. But if you aren't accustomed to it, when it does get through and slip into you, it can fucking really bother you. And I know some people that never learn this skill. And I will see something happen to them and then I'll see them 2-3 days later and it looks like they haven't slept.
Yeah.
Because they're just fucked from people being mad at them. And I think that there's a certain amount of resilience you can build from social media. It's just like snake venom.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of it, you develop a tolerance, but if you get too much of it, it's going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's like if this is the way of the world and this is how things are, to totally step back from it, pretend it doesn't exist, live in a fantasy world. There's kind of a fragility to that where you have to keep, it's like you haven't been exposed to germs, so your immune system is now like more vulnerable.
Yes.
Like I found, like I used to love New York. I lived there when I wrote Obstacle actually. And then when I moved to Texas, and then when I moved to the country in Texas, like now when I go to New York, I hate New York. Like it physically hurts me. It's too loud. Like I can feel the noise. Like my heart is just like, because the noise pollution is so radically different than my life, right? It's not healthy. Like I think one, it tells me that the day-to-day life of a New Yorker is actually like much worse than they want to admit. They're just built up a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
But like my withdrawal from that makes me vulnerable to it when I'm in it. And I just can't handle it. It's too much.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.